You've got Frank Nazar. You've got Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And you've got a game that's underway as the Hawks control the opening faceoff. And it's bumped up the left-hand side and immediately sent in by Nick Foligno. The Hawks captain. Latest local puck drop time in a league game this season. Soderblom makes the save, and Louis, aren't we grateful to be here for it?
You would expect them to come out after having 3 days off to be the sharper team early and the team with more legs. We'll see if that's what happens.
Ryan Donato, a shot tipped, and then he got one on net. Pickard had to make an alert save on. Here's Jason Dickinson, primarily known for his defensive prowess, looking to shrug off Draisaitl. Out to TJ Brody. And now a dart on net that Pickard makes a save on from distance. Adam Henrique, who will turn 35 tomorrow, shoots it in. Corey Perry. Bounce free to Jeff Skinner, and now Ekholm. Skinner steps up, tried to go cross-ice, redirected in front, and Perry was stuffed. Jason Dickinson will fire it in from center. That's one of 20 losses this year Chicago's had where they lost the lead. A shot was stopped by Pickard, a rebound stuffed again.
And he hasn't played the last 3, but he's 9-1 in his last 10 starts. And here the first one. Look how far out he is to scramble. And talking with Darren Pang, who's between the benches.
Load and release, if you will. And we saw that last fall in his first game in Edmonton. Scored off the rush. Here's Podkolzin with a steal, a dish. Draisaitl, what a save made by Soderblom. Rebound, Jeff Skinner can't pound it home.
Soderblom's had to come up with a couple good saves. Good forecheck. You talked about it, Jack. Good pickoff right here by Podkolzin. The first chance by Draisaitl. I think he wanted to cleanly put that through.
I think the answer would be a resounding yes.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gene. Just a fabulous morning for those kids. But I'd concur, Louis. See what happens later in this second period. Connor Murphy. Down low, Donato, interior pass, Slaggert stopped by Pickard, but another good chance for Chicago in the slot. But now a giveaway, and it's Connor McDavid the other way, and Bedard takes a penalty. Here's the centering pass, what a save! Soderblom whacked it out of the air against Zach Hyman. Pulls up, waits, fires through sticks, and that's picked off. There's too many obstacles. Janmark, little give and go with Brown back to Janmark tonight. Soderblom makes the save after the Bedard turnover.
Wheeling and dealing with the puck on his stick, and this one here gets turned over. He tries to cross seam it. Good job by Janmark to pick it off and get his feet going. And he gets a great chance in tight denied.
Klingberg looking for Arvidsson, and Bedard hustles over to make sure of a clear back to center. He's going to want to get a change. Shoveled back in. Janmark rolling toward the Chicago net. Inside, Arvidsson shoots and scores. And Edmonton takes a 1-0 lead. Victor Arvidsson, 7th of the year.
Boy, did he ever pick that corner short side off the bar and barn in. And then again, in the neutral zone, quick transitional play. It's Arvidsson that sets it in motion. Almost out of the zone, but he gets it deep. And then once he gets this puck back, it's shot mentality right there. Off the bar and in, up over top of the blocker side of Soderblom. A great pass from the corner.
Oilers have the first goal. Now Draisaitl hesitates, ditches, Nurse denied. Soderblom, a tremendous stop, pushing off the left skate.
1-0 Edmonton, and then Darnell Nurse looks like he's got an open net, and no chance. Soderblom gets across.
Janmark to Emberson, up the boards, and all of a sudden Edmonton with a chance. Connor Brown to the net. Denied by Soderblom. He was looking for the rebound off the pads.
He was. Here's a good chance, looking for that pass off the pad of Soderblom, and boom, nice control right out the middle and out of harm's way.
That comes off to Vlasic, cleared out by Chicago, 10 seconds to go. Shift ahead, Teravainen in front, and the game is tied. I'm wondering whether Reichel was able to tip that one inside the left post. 1-0.
Distraction in front for sure. The blast by Kapanen is high, and McDavid has to take cover behind the net. But right there, the stopping in front by Reichel. Teravainen just gets it there. Nice drop pass by Mikheyev, uses a little bit of the screen. And this goes off maybe a little friendly fire. Kapanen was the one all the way back.
Arrived at this game 2 points up in the Pacific Division. Tonight being their game in hand on Vegas, who's been struggling. Draisaitl in front, backhand score. That time
and he just can't shovel that one home. Nice outlet pass by Bouchard up to Klingberg, and I know Luke Gazdic talked about him and how he can make those kind of plays. That pass across sets this all in motion. Puck pulls and drives it deep, gets it around to Draisaitl, and then Draisaitl with a beauty little pass. But just the eyes in the back of the head of Draisaitl to find him in the slot.
2-on-1. Henrique and Kapanen shot Henrique, and the rebound off the pad skipped through Kapanen. Freewheeling. Pulls up. And the puck taken from him by Bouchard. Bedard got it back. Smith gets his one-timer. One-second Pickard! Left pad denial on Patrick Maroon. He made a huge save in the third. A win tonight would leave him at 9-2 in games away from Rogers Place. Here's Draisaitl. Off to Podkolzin, punched away by Seth Jones. Martinez did not get it out. Draisaitl shoots and scores, and Edmonton extends to a 3-1 lead. The league leader, Leon Draisaitl, with his 38th.
Yeah, so dangerous. Good forecheck here by Edmonton. It's a broken play into the zone. And we talked about the forecheck early in the game, and it's Podkolzin right there with a little jam of the puck, but again, it's Draisaitl aggressively pursuing, and it's turned over right in the middle. Jeff Skinner backs up, gets himself to a good spot in the middle, and Martinez, the guy that's usually pretty sound into the defensive zone, puts it right on his tape, a little tap pass to Draisaitl.
I think it's Skinner.
And then Skinner puts it right to Draisaitl. He puts it home. Yeah.
Teravainen saucered back. Jones a snapshot. Pinballed around for a moment. Ekholm against Bertuzzi. Could not get it out. Ekholm and Janmark on that side. Here's Bedard crossing. Centering pass. Tiptoed by Donato. And Chicago right back in the game. Teravainen sets it up. And Donato, with his 16th, has brought the Hawks to within 3-2.
Donato continues his excellent season with his 16th goal of the year. Good work here by Bertuzzi. Doesn't allow Ekholm to get the puck out, and then it's just moving around the world. Quick passes, that sharp pass right to Teravainen from Bedard, and he threads it right through onto the tape of Donato, who plants that paddle down on the ice, redirected on a hard pass up over top of the shoulder.
Draisaitl forces a turnover. Arvidsson open, shoots, and a save made. Soderblom stripped to the puck. Del Mastro with support, looking for a lane. A shot into the skates and off the ricochet. Nurse will locate, unable to clear. Del Mastro holds it in. Nurse, Bedard trying to shake that free, does so for Donato. Second pass, one-timer score. Martinez is timed again for Chicago. It's 3-all with 3:44 to go.
Relentless pressure. And for Edmonton, just not making those sharp plays out of the zone. But watch Donato here. Quick chase on Emerson around. That stick down on the play. A second effort coming in that turns it over. And it's Slaggert with a good read, recognizing that Emerson's in trouble. Wants possession. A nice hard play along the wall by Donato.
Raking at it is Bertuzzi. Frees it up, Seth Jones. 5 seconds. Martinez, one-timer, healed off the glove of Pickard. Teravainen looking for the win. The horn will sound, and Edmonton able to get into overtime. Bedard, the only forward out for Chicago. Jones and Vlasic, and it's off the draw, and finally burrowing his way in was McDavid to kick it back to Bouchard. And Draisaitl pulls the face-off back. Bouchard on the power play. Looking for victory. He's out there with McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman. McDavid to the net. And that was deflected by Seth Jones. Guided back to Bouchard. Here's McDavid in front. Tiptoed by Zach Hyman. And there it is. A power play goal for Hyman. And Edmonton wins 4-3 in overtime.
Just a nice little redirection in tight. There's the first one. Good skate and a play by Jones to get in the way of that one. And then a quick pass again by Bouchard right to McDavid. Come back up and he threads that one perfectly through. And the elevation on the redirection by Hyman has to get it over the pad. That's exactly what he does. And the Oilers pull this one out in overtime.
Oilers cough up a 2-goal lead late. Zach Hyman able to jam one home, and Edmonton exults. A victory for the Oilers in Chicago. We'll be back to wrap in just a moment.